Accident or was it murder? We're on verdict watch in the trial against an Iowa hog farmer.
Todd is just the person you don't mess with.
Did you and Amy ever have any conversations about what Todd would do if he found out she was having an affair?
One time she did say that if he ever found out, she would disappear.
Todd, did you ambush your wife Amy in that shed that day and brutally beat her and chop her up with that corn fork?
No, I did not.
You know who did?
I have no idea.
There you hear it. Jury deliberations continue in Iowa. Did Todd Mullis brutally murder his wife Amy by stabbing her with a corn rake? Two theories for the jury. The defense says Amy may have startled someone else as she walked into his shed. A mystery person killed her. The prosecution claims Todd was seething over his wife's affairs and wanted to kill her for years. Here's a 911 call. And the prosecution is trying to say he's calling her a name as he's performing CPR. Let's listen.
Todd, do you whisper cheating whore right there?
No.
So you don't remember what you whispered?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna play another clip for you. Do you know what you whispered there?
No.
Just try to listen really closely. I just want to know if you remember what you said. Right there, do you say go to hell, cheating whore?
No.
So you don't hear that?
No.
You didn't hear at 6:53, cheating whore. You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that word.
And at
Explosive moments there as Todd Mullis took the stand. Let's bring in Rachel and legal analyst, great criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson. Joey, is it clear and compelling to you that's what he said and to the jury?
Damning evidence. Now, the jurors will listen and they will have their version of what's said, but if it could be determined by the jurors unanimously that that's what he said, it would seem rather unusual that when you're saving your wife, right, that would be on your mind, that you would slur your wife in her moment of need in not knowing whether she'll come back or she'll die. That's what you have to say in terms of going to hell. And the other thing that he mentioned, and so it would certainly be inconsistent with someone who has no idea what happened and doesn't know and wasn't me and I didn't do it. So it runs counter to that narrative, Mike. And certainly to me, boy, in the event jurors conclude that that's what it says, and it certainly appears that that's what he did say, right, to my ears. I'm not sure what your ears tell you, but a lot of explaining to do in that instance.
Yeah, you better believe it. And here's another one that's tough for the defense. His internet searches or internet searches on an iPad, they're going to claim it's shared by the family. I'm talking about the defense here versus the prosecution. And here are those searches. Want to show everybody, and we'll hear his explanation coming up in just a moment. Killing unfaithful women. What happens to cheaters in history is another search, followed by what happens to cheating spouses in historic Aztec tribes. And he looked at I'm saying he will say that's the prosecution's theory anyway, and also punishment for killing cheating wives. So here's how Todd Mullis explained all that, those searches in court. Let's listen.
Did you and Amy ever discuss topics like that between the two of you?
If it was a movie or something, we might have talked about a little bit of something like that, but not extensively, no.
Did the two of you enjoy together history programs?
Yes, we watched History Channel a lot.
Did that ever lead to a follow-up search by either one of you?
Yes, quite often, actually.
So there's the explanation here that they may have done these searches together. Good enough explanation for a jury, Joey?
No. I just don't buy it. I mean, look, jurors will buy what they buy. I don't like his demeanor. I don't like his comportment. I don't like what he's saying. I don't like the manner in which he's saying it. Not indignant enough, in my view, to say, are you kidding me? You're accusing me of killing my wife. Why would I do such a thing? This is outrageous. I don't see any of that. I don't see the passion. I see nothing. And then the excuse, you know, look, all of us have iPads. We just leave them wide open and everyone could search and the family comes in and friends come in and friends of friends come in. And it's just a massive search. between the entire neighborhood and community. The whole town, as a matter of fact, can search your iPad. That's nonsense. I think his iPad was locked up. I think he knew the password. I think he used the password, and I think it points to him. We know the jury deliberated for those 3 hours Friday, didn't reach a determination, instructed to, go back again as we look there, at the prosecution's theory. I think that theory is a pretty compelling one, Mike. Juries will do what they do, but boy, does it seem compelling to me.
Okay, I've got to ask you then, as we're playing these sound bites and you're laying out what the prosecution's theories are, it sounds like they're convincing you in a strong way. What's the best argument for him on a defense side?
I think they're trying to make that best argument. The problem is, just to switch 1 second, is you have all these people coming in, right? You have, in fact, the person that she had the affair with saying he's afraid to death of her. He said she'd kill me. He would kill me if he found out about this. You have friends coming in. He'd kill me. I was looking for a way to get out of this relationship. And then you have him. And so what they're arguing is that, maybe she did, in fact, startle someone, and that startled person reacted, and that reaction led to her killing. That's the only way, really, that you can get out of it, because all indications, absent this mystery person who just happened to go boom and just kill her, all indications point to him, point to the fact that if there was a divorce, he would lose the farm, point to his self-interest, point to him really even in trying to make her alive, he's really cursing her out or saying not so choice things. And so they're making the argument that is the defense that they need to make. The issue, Mike, is whether it carries the day, and it's just such a hard argument to make. I don't see it. I just don't.
All right. And how important is it? Because Todd Mullis, as he took the stand, claims he didn't know she was having an affair, talked to both potential parties in that relationship, and he didn't think they were having an affair. How important is it for either side to win that argument, whether he knew or not that she was being unfaithful?
And, I think it's critical, and I think that argument is disingenuous. If you believe what he said in terms of the whore comment as he's trying to resuscitate her, then how is he saying that if he has no knowledge of an affair? You also have testimony that there were, 100 text messages or so going back between him and the person, her and the person, his wife, now dead, and the person she's having the affair with. You find those, and then there's testimony that he confronted the guy, but you still don't think there's an affair. I just don't see his persuasiveness when he's on the witness stand. He's too matter of fact. He should be indignant. He should say, heck no, I would never do this. How dare you accuse me? Did you know my wife? I mean, there's none of that. His comportment is, I'm going to try to save myself and come up with any excuse I can to do it. I'm not buying those excuses, Mike. We'll see if the jury does.
Yeah, deliberations continue. We could get a verdict any time now. Joey, thanks again. We'll talk to Joey more in a little bit here.